Today I want to talk about the Eagles' search for a head coach and why everybody thinks it's fine to go dipping into college football. And all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today I want to talk about Ryan Day and Lincoln Riley and the Philadelphia Eagles. Because the Philadelphia Eagles decided to go and fire Doug Peterson after he embarrassed the Philadelphia Eagles in the final game of the season to basically cede the division to the Washington football team by what we believe was tanking, saying that he wanted to get Nate Sudfeld, some snaps. And what this reminds me of is just how much the NFL does not like being embarrassed. And more to the point, NFL owners, because they make up what we know of as the NFL. They are the money men. So they go and fire the head coach. Cool, fine. You're going to go hire another coach. And then we hear Lincoln Riley's name pops up, as it seems to pop up for the Dallas Cowboys every other year. And then we see Ryan Day's name pops up after Lincoln Riley says, I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to Oklahoma. I'm staying at Oklahoma. Ryan Day just got done coaching in the national championship game. Ryan Day has lost twice in 2 years. Once in the Fiesta Bowl in the college football playoff and once in the national championship. Stands to reason the next time he gets to a national championship game, he's probably going to win it. But what this also reminds me of is just how pompous NFL media and NFL fans can be about college football because they believe the sport is nothing more than a feeder system for pro football. Now, that's a different conversation to have. But as it pertains to college football coaches, no, it's not. You're asking a person who's done very well at their job, has tremendous autonomy at their job, who has been given the amount of money that they need to do it and be comfortable, and gets to make all the important decisions, is very rarely overruled, and is in one of the most powerful spots in the sport and one of the coolest jobs in the sport. To give up all of that so they can take over a dysfunctional franchise, not even take it over, be a coach at a dysfunctional franchise where you make less than the people that are supposed to work for you, players, where you have to do what a general manager wants you to do. You have an owner who gets to make decisions and makes personnel decisions on your behalf. And more than that, it's a socialist system at a time when college football is the peak of capitalist system. It's a socialist system because the better you do in the NFL, the harder your schedule gets, the worse your draft pick. You win the Super Bowl? Great. Now you got the last draft pick in every round of the draft, and you're probably going to play one of the toughest schedules the next year. Because the whole point of the draft and the collective bargaining agreement and the salary cap is to make the sport as close to parity as you possibly can get. Whereas college football, Nick Saban said it best. He left Miami to go back to Alabama because it became clear to him he can't build a football team the way that he would want to. The way he wants to build a football team is the way he's done it at Alabama. At Miami, he can get one first-round pick, and that's if nobody had traded it away. At Alabama, he can get 10 in 1 year. And as a matter of fact, there are 4 first-rounders in the 2017 class alone. And depending on how the 2021 NFL draft goes, there could be as many as 8 to 11, right? Mac Jones, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris. And then we'll see what the league says about Dylan Moses, LeBron Ray, and perhaps even, Christopher Allen, right? That's what Ryan Day has been able to build. He's got the number 1 recruit in the country committed to Ohio State. And not just the number 1 recruit, just the 6th ever player to receive a 1.0 rating from the 247 Sports Composite. The other players, Jadeveon Clowney, Vince Young, Rashawn Gary, Ernie Sims, right? Like, what are we actually talking about here? You know, we're talking about an all-timer in Quinn Ewers. And I encourage you to go check out that upload that I did earlier today. But I wanted to speak to this because I believe all the NFL fans that are trafficking in the Ryan Day rumor to Philadelphia because he was once on staff there are also just inciting ridicule, right? They want that ridicule. They want to be made fun of because every college football coach has to know now. Nah, man, if you are in one of those cush jobs, Alabama, Ohio State, right? Georgia, LSU, you don't leave for the NFL. Nick Saban showed you how that goes. You don't win a national championship at LSU and then go to the Miami Dolphins. It's just not what you do. You stay there and you build, knowing you're going to do it your way. Nobody's going to get in your way, and you're going to get everything you want to go and win championships. If it was Cliff Kingsbury at Texas Tech or as an OC at USC, it makes more sense. But when you're talking about Ohio State, Oklahoma, you're talking about Lincoln Riley and Ryan Day taking a step down to be a head coach at a place that won a Super Bowl 4 years ago and now doesn't know how to act because they're back in the suck. No. You deserve to be made fun of because you don't understand how college football works. And more to the point, you don't understand how the NFL works because if you want a college football coach, why don't you just go to UCLA and get Chip Kelly? Oh, wait. Yeah, exactly. Jim Harbaugh's learning how difficult it is to be a head coach in college football. You can get to the Super Bowl at San Francisco. You can't get out of the Big Ten East at Michigan because it's that much more difficult, because it's a different set of skills. And because there are some men that are built to do it and there are some men that are not. Turns out Ryan Day and Lincoln Riley, they're built for college football. They know that about themselves. They know where their bread is buttered. They know how the offenses work here. They know that you get more possessions in college football. They know that playing complementary football does not necessarily have to happen. And they know you can get a long way with a really great quarterback. You can't get a long way with Drew Brees and his blown up arm, right? Tom Brady needs assets around him. Saw that with the New England Patriots. You get him down to Tampa Bay where he's got Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, and Leonard Fournette. And all of a sudden, yeah, he's capable of winning a Super Bowl too. It's a different set of skills. And Ryan Day and Lincoln Riley are basically Liam Neeson. Why would they leave that to go to Philly? All right, that's it for me. Doses.